Hey, how'd you do that?
You two stop doing this!
What's the matter, Miss Atoll?
What do you think you're doing?
I'm just teaching George a few things about the human body.
I bet you are!
Morgan and I are partners.
I can see that, but why, George Morgan? Oh, why?
He just happened to be available.
You have to be more selective.
Do you want me to do it with somebody else?
Yes, I mean, no. I don't want you to do it with anybody.
You want me to do it by myself?
No.
We're gonna make a baby.
What?
Some of our jokes were kind of, some of them had, remember any jokes that got cut? Because I remember one that got cut. It was actually in season 1 when there was a secret admirer letter. Basically, Kevin thought that Ethan sent him a love letter.
Okay.
Yeah, but Ethan doesn't know anything about any letter. He never sent him anything. But he walks into the hallway and Kevin's like, "Oh, hey, how are you doing? Sorry, how are you doing?" He thinks you sent me a letter. The other one doesn't know what he's talking about. So Ethan says, "Can you teach me about hockey?" And he goes, sure. Yeah, teach me. You in the front, me in the rear." And that got cut, but that was so funny.
Though. No, I mean, like,
These guys are funny though.
it's for our kids.
Yeah.
I could see that getting cut. I've already been editing myself mentally when we're talking. There's been a lot of jokes that I've not gone for.
Did you grow up in Canada? Were you alive in the 90s? Did you love YTV? Yeah, you did. Okay, so technically, in a world of remakes and reboots, Radioactive
right.
was technically an English remake.
Que nous prépare la bande de Radio Enfer dans le prochain épisode.
So let's
right.
let's go on that. Was there a lot of pressure to be like act like the French people, or was it a completely
Not even a little bit.
Okay.
They well, not for me anyways, but they told me it was the same premise, but it was a totally different show. We could do our own thing.
Yeah.
As far as I know. I don't know
Me
about
too,
you guys,
same
but
thing.
they never told me to look at the other guy. The other guy was the George. I don't know his name.
Oh, so there was actually a George?
Yeah, but he was like totally different.
Yeah.
Like,
Was his name George on Radio Enfer? Because it sounds like
I don't know.
No,
There's no way.
I don't
They
think
probably
so.
weren't translating scripts or anything
No,
like
not
that.
at all. Oh my God, Terrence and the three of them. No.
No, because we had totally different writers.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember being at Larone years before getting the job and just going around at Larone and people were recruiting folks to come for the French show. And I actually went to a taping of the French show.
Oh,
Really?
wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of meta.
Is it the same building? Was it the same building?
Same building, a lot of the same walls or sets.
Yep.
and-
Oh,
They use
yeah, they
same
just
sets,
moved
yeah.
away.
Yeah. We even had our Christmas party, at least the first year was with them. And the girl who was supposed to be me, like, man, she loves the song Sunday, Bloody Sunday by U2.
She kept talking about it. Though.
Oh, no, the song came on and she like freaked out, loves that song.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Everybody, this is Chantal.
Oh yeah, the first season you guys had a live audience watching you, right?
For a few episodes, not
They
that
didn't
many.
last long.
And in the first episode of season 2, there was live audience. And I remember Andrew and I don't know what we were thinking. Like, I would never do this on the job, let alone anything. For some reason, we thought we could get away with, and I guess we did, but pulling down our pants and putting our butts up against the glass. Like, let's say, one of the classrooms.
We didn't do that when
There was but they didn't see it was through the glass, so we just pressed our butts up against the glass that was making up like Miss Attall's room or whatever, and we just so you could
With
just
the
see
live
a bus
audience?
the live audience.
I
They would just see a bus,
remember that.
yeah, and like they came and they gave us a talking to, but it was the first episode. They weren't ready to fire us. Yeah, the first episode.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I'm almost certain it was that first episode, and then. That was the only live audience. Then they were like, "Yeah, I don't think we need the live audience anymore."
Some of the live audience was worse than us, though. They were really bad. Some of the kids. Well, they asked my school to go. My school is not reputable for being like, the top-notch school. So, Laurier Mac. Sorry, Laurier Mac. You know this. I mean, who are we kidding, right? All these little Italians, and they're like, "Hey, yo," kind of like me, and we're making fun of everybody, and they were like swear words and everything. I think that's what they even stopped after a while. They're like, we can't control the crowd. It got kind of rowdy in there.
And they had David Acker the first few episodes.
Oh, fuck, he's so
to
funny.
warm up everyone.
He's the best guy ever. He owns the Comedy Nest. Go to the Comedy Nest.
Does he own the Comedy Nest?
Yeah, him and Phil own the Comedy Nest. Yeah, another guy.
He's
Yeah.
fucking great.
2 comedians that bought the Comedy Nest.
I will never forget.
Great club.
I know you guys don't know that. They don't know David Acker.
Well, no, they would because he was on Mystery Hunters.
My horoscope today tells me I'm going to get an email this morning from 11-year-old Naomi Orenston of Ashland, Wisconsin. Well, it's 1 minute to 12 and I don't have any You got mail. Whoa!
Well, I got a question from superfan Amanda. What was it like being one of YTV's most popular shows during YTV's prime years?
It was fun. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I loved my job.
Same
It
here.
was amazing, and we got to be actors, and that's what we wanted to be. So
And the show was unapologetic. It was. It is what it is.
We got the camera working.
Good work!
Well, mostly it was George.
Oh yeah? How'd you do it, bud?
I'm not completely sure. Yeah, now all we need is a switching board, some monitors, all the necessary cables, piece of cake. Yes! That's exactly what we need! I knew there was a good reason to hang on to this.
Like, I remember actually thinking at the time I was doing stand-up comedy. I was like, if I could work on a TV show day in and day out with a crew of with a cast of people that I get along with, I honestly envisioned it before it happened, and it happened. And I mean, I knew at the time it was special because, like Melissa was saying earlier, how there's not too many shows that were being even filmed in Montreal, and it was. I mean, even looking back, very blessed, very special.
I'm sorry, Roger, but nothing you can say can make me go tonight, okay? Not now.
Attention, Upper Redwood. Tonight's dance theme has been changed yet again. Instead of celebrating youth inspiration or youth aspiration, we're going with youth imperfection. So stop primping and styling for a minute and try going as yourself. The student with the most glaring imperfection will go home with a special prize, courtesy of Radioactive. So show off those braces, revel in those mismatched socks, and let that lazy eye wander. 'Cause tonight, it's time to flaunt all those little flaws that make you, you. Just remember, you owe me a slow dance.
You know, Roger, sometimes, occasionally, once in a long while, you're an okay friend.
Kenny Fung is asking, how close were George, Morgan, and Roger's personalities to your real lives?
Well, Kenny, let me tell you, Kenny. No, I'll let you guys go.
I have these nozzles I want to sell. Go, guys.
Well, in the early 1880s, what happened? That's a Vic joke. Sorry, Vic had said that once, and I thought it was funny. No, I thought I was pretty close to Morgan. Again, sarcastic, kind of bitchy.
Hi, I just came in to drop this off.
I pulled that off pretty well because it's kind of part of me, I guess.
Careful! Wait, you walk delicately!
Oh, I suppose you think that I walk too much like a raging bull as well?
What?
I'll tell you something, okay, Mr. Noseworthy? This is just my regular no-nonsense walk, okay? I happen to like the way that I walk.
Oh, God. There was even an episode, I think, oh God, where my sarcasm was like such a huge part of the episode. I can't remember what it was called, but I remember thinking, oh, I think they probably wrote this after meeting me once or twice. And,
but I'm sure, they started tailoring the characters around us too, right?
Yeah, for sure they were doing that. But I mean, I remember Melissa being like so damn funny. Everything.
Yeah.
She was like the funniest person I knew. Mm-hmm. You do that Chris Farley, Man Down by the River.
Oh yes, she still does that.
It's so good.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, you're always funny, even off camera.
Oh my God, guys, thank you.
Is this cotton? No, then it must be felt. That was you. I'll never forget that. And I'm like, what the hell?
You know what I say now? I have this new thing now that I'll still be like, oh, did you call the vet? No, because those pythons are sick. I I love puns and I love dad jokes more than anyone. He's laughing. I love dad jokes.
Morgan obviously had an animal like a sign saying.
Yes, yeah. Well, there was a whole vegan episode written for.
That's right.
I think that was for me. Yeah.
Meat versus potatoes.
Meat versus potatoes.
Here, have some yummy chicken salad.
I can't, Tanya, not anymore.
Why not?
I did it. I took the plunge. I've been shooting my mouth off long enough. It's time to stop the talk and just walk the walk. I've given up all animal products.
You've gone vegetarian?
Yeah, and not just that. I like total vegan.
You definitely have to bring a part of yourself to the character. Just trying to figure out what the hell I brought.
Probably the love of board games, card games, and...
oh, you remember that. That's
yeah.
right. He was a bit of a closet geek.
They jack attacks for 15 points of damage, defeating your queen's armor class with a superior attack roll. You are down to 50% of your hit points. You miss your next melee round. Pick another card. No.
You also like started a comic book society. Like the fact that you opened,
I remember that.
The fact that you opened this store is pretty crazy, actually. You know, like you.
Yeah, that's right. It's true.
Fights the oppressive minds in the universe that crush spirits and trod on dreams. Come on, son. Don't listen to what others have to say. Listen to your heart. Follow your own dreams, not someone else's. You're right, follow your dreams, man. I'm not going to listen to my mother anymore. I'm going to grow up and become an evil villain.
Ryan?
I was into computers. I remember that Roger was really into computers, and like, I don't know, I wasn't like a hacker or anything, but I used to download MP3s and video games like on like dial-up modem.
Just try to delete it. All right. Security alert. You must use a level 4 clearance code to complete this function? What's a level 4 clearance code? I don't know. You're the computer geek. I am not a computer geek! Stop breathing so close to the screen. You're fogging up Josephine's interface.
Oh my God, I would sit back and instead of studying for classes, I would just download, oh my gosh, on a 56K modem, like, you know, hundreds of megabytes of stuff. I would just sit there and just watch it, like the download go. And I couldn't, it's horrible.
And once again, our top story, civilian and military police are on the lookout for a computer hacker believed to be from North America.
Oh, that could be anyone.
Who goes by the codename of Roger.
Everybody has codename Rogers.
Oh, and who is said to be a real computer geek.
Okay, that's definitely you.
I think I wrote up an episode of Radioactive, actually. Just I wrote it, but they never accepted it.
That's true. You did write an episode.
It was pretty cool, I think. Yeah, you remember that?
What was it about?
You wrote one.
What was it about? Give a general
I made a
premise.
parody of, I don't know why I wrote it. I guess I was bored from being a famous actor. No, I wrote a parody of Back to the Future. And you were like young Mr. Noseworthy. You ended up being.
Oh, wow.
You were playing
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, I just wrote it like that and just gave it to them. They're like, yeah, no, we can get the fuck out of here with this shit. You were like a young Mr. Tall. Yeah, like we. Yeah.
Everybody, now let's all go for a ride in my horseless carriage. And please read up on the 70s.
For like the period I was working, I didn't know what the hell happened like outside my workplace. Like my cousins were getting married and shit, and I just wouldn't know because I was so busy. We were like crazy busy. It was insane. It was insane.
I used to love it, man. I'd go to the park. I'd highlight my lines.
Is that how you memorize your lines?
You went to the park? Is that
yeah,
what
I would go to the park, nice sunny summer day. I would sit in the park and just feel so blessed and go and highlight my lines. And I would sit there and I'd do maybe a once over, and then I don't remember who I'd run lines with, you know, and, you know, beforehand maybe I would just memorize them myself. But it was just so serene, like, you know, during the day, not like I had dropped out of university, like my life had gone, you know, like in such a, you know, such an awesome direction. And yeah, I mean, that was so cool.
Because you were in university, right?
I went through university. I only dropped out of university when I got this show. I ended up going back, but
what were you in?
Bachelor of Commerce and Management at McGill. Yeah.
Is there anything like Ethan, Bachelor of Commerce?
It's perfect.
Roger.
Roger, that's what I meant. Fuck. Let me ask you something, Blair. Have you ever considered purchasing a vacuum cleaner nozzle before? No. Well, you know, We all come to a point in our lives when we have to face the big nozzle question. I have to go.
We laughed so much.
Yeah, we did.
had so much, and they had to
They had to tell us.
like, guys,
It's
focus.
a bit serious. Yeah.
We had fun, yo. Those were awesome times.
Yeah, we did have a lot of fun.
And it came out on camera.
There was no drama.
I don't think there was any drama that I remember at all. No one was having sex with each other.
No, there was not.
Nobody was. Nobody knows about that, right?
Actually, I was wondering if you wanted to go with me to the movies on Friday. Just you and me, alone in the dark.
No thanks. I have a nozzle rally to go to. Bye-bye. Where was I? He is brainwashed.
But no, it was really fun. It was laid back, and I think maybe the show itself kind of lent itself to, I don't know, our mood. We were in a fun, playful mood.
It was so goofy that you kind of had to be in that mindset, right?
Yeah.
You kind of had to have like fun, and
I think we appreciated what we were doing. I think we were having fun with it, and we felt very lucky. And, we weren't coming in with like, here's the job and all that. Like we were coming in having fun, knowing that this is, we're hanging out with, look what we're doing. What a killer job is that,
For Chris Drysdale, speaking on behalf of him and his brother, he's asking, would you do any Comic-Con appearances and stuff like that?
I sure would. Why not? It's if people want it, I've got no problem with that.
yeah, I would.
I mean, if I'm doing your show,
Yeah.
I'm going to do Comic-Con. That's for calling Radioactive stupid.
No, I don't mean radioactive. No, to clarify, when it's kind of like, when you're 14 and at that point you're like, okay, my friends are starting to drink and I want to grab a boob. And they're all...
What do you mean 14?
I remember like watching shows about high school before getting into high school, getting so excited to be in high school. What I'm really glad is that you guys made high school look fun. It's in a time when negativity pretty much sold the records. It's kind of nice that you guys were like this bright light in a kind of dark world.
Sure, huh? There was the Nirvana days, right?
Yeah.
That's
so
right.
Poetic.
That is poetic.
It's so poetic.
You did reel that back pretty well. Jeez, I'm impressed.
Like, holy
A
shit.
bright light in the dark post-apocalyptic days of 1990s grunge movement.
Yeah,
but that's because you said yourself you like grunge, right? You like skating.
Well, at that point, I wanted to be.
You gotta be.
No, at that point, I wanted to be miserable because it was cool. So I'm
exactly.
like, why the fuck are they so happy?
What's happening in here? I simply will not allow this.
What are you doing, Morgan and George, our team?
Not if I have anything to say about it.
With all due respect, Mrs. Tall, this is none of your business.
I have other plans for Morgan.
Hey guys, look, I got more popsicle sticks.
How much would they have to pay you to dye your hair again? Like, would you find that like?
Man.
Would that be like Chris?
See, in the 90s, it was accepted. Now I don't know. Like nobody dyes their hair.
Did you get any flack?
Right?
because
Fuck
of the
you.
That's for saying radioactive is stupid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use
Check out more episodes of You, Me, and YTV on Facebook and YouTube. Sweet one-of-a-kind interviews with PJ Fresh Bill, PJ Paul, Tarzan Dan, the cast of Student Bodies, the voice acting cast of Sailor Moon, and much, much more. Exclusively on You, Me, and YTV.
Remember the extra that did coke in the bathroom?
No way. I didn't know about this. First season?
Oh my god.
Is that the first season?
No, it was after.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you
Oh, sorry.
serious?
I'm not going to say it on camera, but I will hold the microphone.
I wish I
No way.
Then,
No way.
fuck. I would have joined them.
Really? There was some idiot extra?
Are you serious?
And we never had extras, but we got this one guy, and someone found him in the bathroom snorting cocaine.
What the fuck? I didn't know about this.
Yeah, I think Cindy told me.
How
about
much were they paying these extras?
Apparently
They were
not
blowing the budget. Puns?
But then, you just got it.
Oh my god, that was brilliant.
You just got